All right. Part 3 of Vince Staples Super Friday comes to this. The new album, Dark Times. I'm really fucking excited. I'm so glad I sat down with FM and self-titled first. I was like, oh, I should just do a new one and post that first. No. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I kind of went in order. I did skip over Ramona Park. I know. That's probably not great. Some people have said, oh, actually, it feeds into this one a little bit. Okay, so that sucks. I haven't heard that. But I loved FM and I loved self-titled. So this is great for me because I'm screaming into a new album. And I said at the beginning of one of the videos, I basically kind of forgot about Vince Staples. I've listened to Big Fish Theory and I've listened to Hell Can Wait. Both those are good projects, but I hadn't really gone back to them. So last night when people hit me up, oh, Bob, you should check out the new Vince Staples. I was like, all right. And I put on Big Fish Theory. Oh, shit. This is great. Well, and then listening to FM and fucking self-titled, like, oh, my God. So, like, today for me, it's just been Vince Staples screaming up my list of favorite artists. So, excited to finally sit down with this. I'm excited that I have not lost my voice yet. For those of you who are unaware, I was sick last week. Thank you to everybody who gave me, get well, better wishes and stuff. Throat still hurts. Voice sounds actually okay, so maybe I'll get through it. I'll do my best to mute the mic and stuff when I start coughing and hacking. Has still been happening. Like a week and a half later, still coughing crap up. New album. There's one video, Hell Can Wait. Or no, Shame on the Devil. Hell Can Wait is the album. It's a different album. And yeah, really kind of excited to get into this one. I don't really have much else to say, I suppose. If you're seeing this me for the first time, Patreon, of course, I have Patreon. It's $2. There's no ads if you watch on Patreon, which is nice, and uncut, obviously. And then I post MP3 versions as well. And then the music video reactions are Patreon only. I try to make it like a special thing for them. The first track is called Close Your Eyes and Swing. And the only lyrics written are, to live is to be like a black person in the tree. Okay. Dark times indeed. Dark times indeed. So what I'm going to do, I'll let that play and roll into track 2, which is Black and Blue. That's produced by Alex Goose, Michael Ruru? I don't know. Whoever the fuck this is with upside down letters and symbols and Ken Taylor. Maybe I won't worry about reading producer names in this album. Tyler Page or Ken Taylor, Brazen. Anyway, we'll go from this and roll right into track 2, Black and Blue. And here we go. First time listening, brand new album, Vince Staples, Dark Times. I am actually recording. Okay, good. That would have been a horrible mistake to record my reaction without pressing the red button. All right, track 1. Here we go. Close your eyes and swing, and then Black and Blue. Oh, the wind chimes.
To man is to be like the nigga in the tree.
Goddamn. Black and Blue.
Tears fall from the sky. Minding the hooligans, I think I'm losing it. Hope you're along for the ride.
Huh.
With a seatbelt, so many
cool, like backing vocals.
Who can I call when I need help? Juggling, thugging, depression and pride. Saying it loud, like Jay. Rolling the window down. Hey, brody, you gangbang. Yeah, click, crack, pow. I'm a regret it, manana. Niggas be doing shit just to be doing it. We eating better tomorrow. Real food stand babies. So black and blue.
Huh. Cool. Vocals make it feel like almost like spiritual in a sense, or gospel-y or something like that. So black and blue.
Money, I'm getting it. Heaven, I live in it. I look in the mirror, see something missing, I feel
that shit's close to the end.
Still on some nigga shit. Still on real nigga shit. Tell me what you know about it. Get your hand in my pocket. Infatuated folklore. I'd rather be an N-I-E-G-A. What'd he say?
Pretty strong entry there. Black and Blue. He's beat up. All right, that's what I take from that. He's just getting a little beat up, and I'm not surprised. After sitting down with FM, sitting down with self-titled, listening to the Big Fish Theory again, how can we, like, I look in a mirror and I see something missing. I feel like it's you. I know that it's you. I like this track because I said in the other reactions earlier today how Vince does a great job of just kind of putting himself out there. He doesn't put it in a way where he's trying to convince you or he's trying to make you believe him or he's not trying to glamorize it or upplay it or downplay it or anything. I feel like Vince does this great job of just, this is what I'm going through. This is what I'm feeling. This is what happened. This is what I am. This is who I am. And now we're getting that again. And things have turned a bit. Now, I haven't heard Ramona Park, so I have a gap there musically in terms of what he may have said there. Juggling thuggin' and passion and pride. Saying it loud like James, rolling the window down. To you gangbang, yeah, click, click, blow. I'm a regret it mañana. People be doing shit just to be doing it. We're eating better tomorrow. Real food stamp babies. My people, product of poverty. I don't know why they play with us. Choppers and luxury vehicles, living like Saudi Arabians. Learned Reaganomics and ran it up when I got nothing to show for it. Infatuated with folklore. And we're still on some people shit. Vince references folklore on the song Surf from his 2015 debut, Summertime 06. I have not heard that. In both songs, folklore refers to the mythology built up around gang beefs and violence. War, as Vince calls it in Surf. Okay, so infatuated with the folklore in this context would essentially be infatuated with gang beef and violence, according to that annotation. So we'll just leave that be what it is. Money, I'm getting it. Heaven, I'm living in it. I look in the mirror, I see something's missing, and so black and blue. And I like the chorus. I like these almost like ghostly / angelic vocals that are in the background, pretty much surrounding the song. Singing, I couldn't really make out the words, what was being sung, but the chorus really pushes home the idea of just fucking beat up. You know, he's been going through this shit for a while now. Now it's like he's really going through it. Cable was basic, bitches were basicer. Loving a kiss from her mom, called me her son, she let me stay with her. Maybe we're living in a harem, can't go to prom, send me a prayer up to the heavens above. Is it a mansion for the thugs? Where did Tupac and them go? Where'd Nipsey Hussle and them go? Suave and Draco, Richie and Slim Fo. I'll spend a lot of my time missing our kinfolks. So black and blue. But then he says at the end, too, still on some people shit. Still on that. Which is not a surprise, given what he has said in previous albums. Coming home. I mentioned during the self-titled reaction, I don't remember which track, everything's blurring together because I'm doing them all on the same day. But I mentioned how at one point he's talking, it almost seems like he's saying it's almost easier to be involved with gang wars than it is to, because at least then you know who your enemy is and you know who your friends are, rather than all these other snakes in the grass and these emotional warfare and all these other people who say you're a friend but really they're not, and they just want your money and they just want this. Like, at least you know who your enemy is. But that's not an easy road. Okay. Well, we're off to a good start. Let's move on to track 3, I guess, technically. Government Cheese, produced by Lincoln Taylor. Here we go. Drop it in track 3.
promise it's no love lost. What they had, fake a house in the slums cost. If I gave it my all, probably fall short. Tryna charge to the game, it's a blood sport. Mic check. At least that's what it feel like. Slow down, shit tight, what they tell me. You should try walking light with 2 left feet. Devil's dance, praying hands can't protect me. Oh God, but I know if I pray more, I can probably say more. Running through these bank notes, stressing as the waves roll by. Keep my fade low, I can't let the grays grow. Just another day closer to my demise. Keep that gang round, at least the ones that stay down. Let us see their face smile, let us see their heads heal high. Yeah. Everybody gotta die. Only question is a hell in the sky, yeah. Just don't forget to smile. Don't forget to smile, no one can weigh you down. Not now, then when, not distant now. Don't forget to smile.
Wow.
Don't forget to smile. Don't you lose your inner child.
Don't
Not
you lose
now.
your inner child. Wow. Don't forget to smile. He does such an incredible job of I said this earlier too, not so much putting you in his shoes, but putting you in his mental space. Vince has a magical ability to take us, the listener, with it's mostly in right now I feel like it's the vocal delivery and how he's using his voice. But he just takes us and he puts us in his mental space. This guy has mentioned time and time again, feel like any day is going to be the day where he dies. And there's a couple tracks on self-titled. I touched on that, and it really stands out. And here it's really just like weighing on him. So much so that it's almost like he's, I don't want to say like leaving a message behind, but just telling everybody, hey, man, don't forget to smile, as in take advantage of right now. Because this shit goes away at any moment. Let's keep going. I don't want to dig too deep. Let's finish the rest of the track, and then we'll see what he says here.
Had to bury my older brother and humble me. Pulling his plug like a trick from under my sleeve. Just the luck of the draw. Don't know who shuffled the cards. Heard his name is God. Just pick up when I call. Right now it's free of charge.
Oh,
and
man.
Don't forget to
this
smile.
is fucking powerful.
Don't forget to smile.
Powerful.
No one can weigh you down. Not now, then when, not distant now.
That sound effect almost feels like a combination of an alarm, like a siren, like an alarm, a warning alarm, a warning siren, but also maybe a police siren. I mean, it doesn't have the distinct sound of a police siren, but it's almost like if you blur the two sounds together. Dude, this second verse is fucking intense. Got a call the other day for my partner on the 4-yard in Pelican Bay. Popped his pizza once, put him away. Asked how I was. Said he'd seen me on ABC. Told him that I was good. I wonder if he believed. Couldn't tell him the truth. What kind of homie would I be? Knowing these 15 minutes the only time that he's free. Hard to sleep when you're the only one living the dream. Hard to leave people hanging when you're the money tree. Something about the gutter that makes us hate each other. Had to bury my older brother. It humbled me, pulling his plug like a trick from under my sleeve. So I imagine, was he like in the hospital on a machine type of a thing? So he pulled the plug. Just the luck of the draw. Don't know who shuffles the cards. Heard his name is God. Just pick up when I call. Right now it's free of charge. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. I mean, he's really contemplating existence. How the fuck? Like, I just feel like so many of the thoughts that are going through his head based off of this and other songs from today that I've listened to is why the fuck am I here? Why the fuck did I make it? How am I still alive? Why are they dead? How am I still here? It's almost like he wants an explanation, like how is this possible? It doesn't make any sense. And maybe that's more it. It's just, this doesn't make any sense. Something else I mentioned I apologize. I'll be referencing other reactions. Hopefully it doesn't come off as like cheesy or bad form or anything, but I've said other things too. And one of them, oh, fuck, I totally lost my train of thought. Well, anyway, I'll be referencing other things that I said. I don't expect that everybody watches every single minute of video I make because they're pretty fucking long. And it's called government cheese too, right? Which is, I suppose, that's like free food, but it's shitty food, right? It's kind of the poverty food, I suppose. God, the way I'm saying it just sounds awful already. I apologize. But I'm just taking the concept of the idea of here's the support program for food for those who need it. Here's your free food type of thing. But it's not great. It's not good food. It doesn't, yes, it keeps you alive, but it doesn't feed you type of a thing. So that's an interesting concept to tie into this track. I'm staring at verse 1, but I'm not reading it. Let's kind of go through verse 1 a bit. Promise there's no love lost. What's that half-acre house in the slums cost? If I gave it my all, probably fall short. Trying to change the game, it's a blood sport. Mic check. At least that's what it feels like. That part stood out to me because he paused for a while, and I don't really understand what's being said there. Like what he means. And this is a challenge with new albums. There's no annotations. Not that I really read them anyway, right? Slow down, sit tight is what they tell me. Oh, I wonder if that associates with the pause. Just this waiting. You're waiting. Slow down, sit tight. That's what they tell me. You should try walking light with 2 left feet. Devil's dance, praying hands can't protect me on God. But I know if I prayed more, I could probably save more. Running through these banknotes, stressing as the waves roll by. Keep my fade low. I can't let the grays grow. Just another day closer to my demise. Keep the gang around, at least the ones that stay down. Love to see their faces smile. Love to see their heads held high. Everybody's got to die. Only question is, hell or in the sky? And then he just goes on to this whole bit, man. Don't forget to smile. I hope he's remembering to smile. I don't get the impression he is smiling much these days, at least so far through this album. Let's keep going. Pretty fascinating stuff so far. Track 4 is called Children's Song. Saint Mino, Tej, Michael, I'll just say Michael U, Tyler Page, Lincoln Taylor. Track 4, Children's Song.
Prison fire to the pen, free my Apex twin. In the street light. I ain't really tryna scrape that rent. Niggas be light. Hey bro, remember back when? Let it go low. I'm way too rich to be your friend. I'm way too lit to let you dim me. Right around South Pasadena on the 10 speed. And I still got blick. And I still get tricky.
Funky beat.
It is what it is.
Funky timing.
Don't play with my crib and go play with your kids, bitch. Hey, don't be calling my phone after 8, I'm in bed, bitch. And if I'm with a bitch, it's not none of your business.
The sound of this is so interesting. It's just kind of chaotic and random and just different, disjointed, odd. You know?
Don't play with my crib and go play with your kids, bitch. Don't play with my crib and go play with your. Don't play with my. Go play with your. Don't play with my crib and go play with your kids, bitch. Don't play with my crib and go play with your kids.
This part is very, very odd. Trippy. Children's Song is very odd. Pressing 5 till the pen. Free my Aphex Twin. Aphex Twin in this narrative is locked up for shooting up Vince with his Aphex Twin Glocks. Okay. So not the band. Or not the artist, I should say. Okay. In the street like, ain't really gonna try to script that rim. People be like, hey bro, remember back when? Let it go. Let it go, Loke. This part strikes me. let it go. Don't go back. Don't think about that shit. It's over. Like, this shit's over. I'm way too rich to be your friend. I'm way too lit to let you dim me. Riding around South Pasadena on a 10 speed. I still got a blicky, still got a tricky. It is what it is. But then he goes on to this, don't play with my crib and go back to your kids. And is it like, we're all older now? This one person comes up to him and says, hey, remember back when? And it's like, bro, shut up. Go play with your kids. Maybe, instead of hanging out, talking about the glory days type of things, which the glory days were pretty fucking awful from how he's described it, with so many people dying. Like, don't talk to me. I'm too rich to be your friend. Go play with your kids. Stop fucking with what I'm doing. Don't call me after 8. I like after 8. Like, he sounds like an old man type of a thing. And if I'm with this bitch, it's none of your business. Gotta keep this shit bliss. Gotta keep this shit ignorant. Pray this is not what the devil intended. Oh, oof, 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 oof. That line right there, friends. That line. Pray this is not what the devil intended. Consider that idea. What if the dream, the heaven, is actually the devil's trap? What if you make it and, whatever it is, right? But what if instead you don't realize all you've done is fallen for your own vices, and instead of doing what you're supposed to do, doing something that's good, you're just selfish and you're serving your own needs and type of thing. And I'm not saying Vince is doing that. I'm just, the idea. How awful would that feel? Especially someone like him who's survived so much, seemingly at random. And then you think, oh, well, maybe God's doing something for me. Maybe God's keeping me alive for a reason. But then what if you take the script and flip it around to where, no, actually, turns out it was the devil keeping me alive so he can torture me all these years. Who knows? Who knows? It's money outside. Go and get it. All these grown men living off of women. What? They're doing what? They didn't know real shit. That's the thing that makes me think the guy who's talking to him, he's got kids, and get the fuck out of here. Go play with your kids. Fascinating. Okay, let's keep going. Track 4 is called "Shame on the Devil." Oh, I'm sorry, track 5. Track 5 is Childish on a trippy beat. This one, it just drops right into this as well. So here we go. Track 5, "Shame on the Devil." St. Mino, Tyler Page, Joe Harrison, Michael Yu.
I long for loving and affection. These hoes ain't what I need direction. Don't leave me, please, swear I learned my lesson. But I still chase thrills, I'm imperfected. I don't wanna talk on the phone, leave me a message. Voices still in my head, voices still in my head. Beef with my closest of friends and make no amends. I'd rather kill him instead, out of the rumors to spread. You pick the one that's gonna get us some fair time.
Boys still calling with dead line.
I don't know what the fuck that's about, man. No idea. So I want to say something here that goes against what I have been saying about Vince, but it's in a great way. I've said multiple times today is he doesn't spend time convincing you. He just lets you be what it is, right? But in this chorus, talking about shame on the devil, I'm touched by an angel, the Lord made me special. I prayed for days like this. But he's saying it in a way that is unconvincing. If you truly believe that, and I think he's doing this artistically on purpose. I'm not saying that he doesn't believe it. I'm saying that you've got these lines in here, this whole, still got voices in my head, I don't want to talk on the phone, beefing with my closest friends, rather kill him instead, all these rumors, these hoes ain't what I need, clearly not a lot of great shit going on, right? And then you drop into this chorus of shame on the devil, I'm touched by an angel, the Lord made me special. But do you feel it? Do you believe that? Especially the way he delivers it. It's kind of a weak, slower, And in that presentation, in that performance, it gives me the idea of he doesn't believe it. What if we go back to the previous track? What if this was the devil's idea all along? Who knows? Who knows? We're early. We're early. I'm just having a lot of fun. Let's keep rolling. This is very cool.
Sliding for Shelly and Phil. If I don't do it, who will? Tell me who shoot for the shooters. Who gon' look after Medusa? Life is a bitch. Hit it and quit. Deal with the karma, the sutra. Focus on commerce like Future.
Listen to the chorus, the energy.
I've prayed for days like this. Shame on the devil and touched by an angel alone, man, it's special. I've prayed for days like this.
Oh, wow. This is neat. You know, with this, the two things that go through my mind, especially with this outro section of this Lord's Prayer, and you keep praying, and the vocal performance is the same as the chorus, which is kind of tired, sounds defeated, it doesn't sound jubilant, it doesn't really, flow with belief and victory or anything like that. And you get to the end and it's, keep praying. Well, what do? What are the the main reasons why somebody would keep praying? One, they don't feel like their prayers are being heard or answered. You keep praying. You persistently keep trying to get this thing through, whatever it is. Or the other, you do it because you just are in desperate need of strength. Now look, I'm out on a ledge here because I'm making a very general statement, and I'm probably saying stuff about religious belief that maybe I shouldn't be saying. But really, what I'm trying to say that usually, not all the time, but usually, when things are going well, I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who pray for thanks and they celebrate God and say, thank you so much for all these things, right? That's great. But usually when things are going well, you're kind of like, all right, well, I'm good. Maybe you don't pray as often, or maybe you don't pray with as much sincerity, or, that's all I'm really trying to say is when you're here, you're really in it. You're really going through it. And the way it's being portrayed vocally, performed vocally, it feels like Vince is just being crushed, basically. It's just this compactor, and it's just slowly crushing. But what's interesting too, man, this guy doesn't give up. He doesn't give up. Mission complete, out of the mud, labeled leader. They follow him because light on my feet floating above. I don't be creeping or keep it in touch. I know some hoes. This part was kind of wild. I know some hoes that'll pull up and give me some pussy before they give me a hug. Shit's disgusting. But then only the heavens can judge. Look what I'm juggling. Tommy the Clown. Mama and found him a new way. Keep him clean, wiping me down. Brucey Webby. So then there's some references to people I don't know. Who's going to shoot for the shooters? Who's going to look after Medusa? Life is a bitch. Hit it and then quit. Good shit. Let's keep going. This is. I don't know how to pronounce this, and I have no fucking idea what it means. So we'll just call it track 6 for the sake of simplicity. Producers are Mike Hector, Jay Versace, and who's Antoine, I suppose. Looks like this is also the longest track on the album at 4.5 minutes. So here we go, track 6. Sounds like fireworks.
That's how I be happening. This for all my niggas trapping out of band. For my ladies on stage, ass clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get crackin', put them niggas in a casket. Can't forget the shit they did to Yellow Brother in. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them niggas, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weak since. Damn, tell me how you really feel. All I wanted was a couple mil. Make the city proud. Put it down for them crackers come and tear it down. Girl, you remember. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian. Crash landing. In them dirty ass apartments. Stay shining. I forever be the hardest. Big time. Like the niggas in the Warnings. Real shining. Like the niggas from Manolia. Chopper City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. No glitz and glamour. Pole hanging out of my polo pajamas. Face getting ran, gotta watch for the camera. Before you get freaky, can't fuck with no random. These bitches is sneaky. If police come action, then you never see me. The ghetto will trap you, but I love it. Yeah, I love this shit. On Chris. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian. Crash landing in them dirty ass apartments.
Everybody, family, turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one thing, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the bone, bro, so you know me. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top. Yeah.
The chorus kind of has a little bit of an upbeat feel to it, and I'm trying my best to both associate, take out artistic intention and potential meaning, but also not fall in love with my own idea and force it into a song. It's hard to balance between those two things because you just don't know. I don't know what the hell he's intending to do, what he's trying to make me feel. Maybe he's just trying to make a song. But the chorus is a little bit more upbeat. It doesn't have that crushing weight feel that some of the earlier songs had. And in that part, he's saying, in the ghetto, I'm a Martian. Crash landed in them dirty ass apartments. Stay solid. I'll forever be the hardest. Big timing like them people in New Orleans. Grill shining like those guys from Magnolia. Chopper City in the ghetto. I'm a soldier now. Where the heck get the get? So it's almost like musically, he feels the most comfortable in that kind of situation. He's going through this verse. The first verse, I think it was. Label tried to give me feedback, told me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Dropped a big fish, club been weeks since. Tell me how you really feel. All I wanted was to make a couple mil, make the city proud. Put it on before them crackers come and tear it down. What are you about? This part is it's almost kind of sad. Here's a guy who, in my opinion, after today, man, shit, I didn't realize he'd make a great music. And it's gotta suck when you've been making great music and fans say, oh, we want 2015 Vince, the music from almost 10 years ago. Because as an artist, as a person, that has to have such a feeling of negating your own growth. Like, I imagine Vince is probably feeling, I hope he's feeling like, shit, I'm getting pretty good at this. So to feel that way, but then hear your own fans say, nah, your earlier shit was better. We want that. Like, damn, really? Like, and then, he's got this little thing. That's how you feel? Like, huh. Can't forget that shit they did to your little brother and them. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Let's keep going. I haven't touched the second verse, but let's keep going. I'll see if we can probably finish it up. There's 2 minutes left. It talks about being solid, stay solid, I'll be forever the hardest. And then here we're talking about nobody else. We need nobody else but God. That's all we need. Everybody else is solid. Everybody. Family, turn your back on you, everything. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta show him you gotta show you're like him and stay solid. So there's some references to solid right there. Let's jump into verse 3.
I don't need your flowers, I'm living. First time I seen $1 million, I squinted. Bro, give me a pack to help me hustle. Some midget came a long way from the project buildings. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana, trying to dodge Jim Crow. But you can't escape the master stained glass windows. Get my vision from the past. I'm probably finna go to hell, but it don't matter, seeing heaven on earth. Nah, I could've been up on the shirt. If I ain't get my shit together, go to work. I've been hitting the licks since flip verse first.
Cool sounds for here. Very cool sound. Oh, wow. outro section here. Huh. Helicopter, fire engine, police car. Well, I assume police car. Huh. Actually, let's let it play through Liars, I suppose. Well, no, I already paused it. We'll play Liars and then roll into Justin, I suppose. Let's look at verse 2 a little bit. Money growing on trees. People hanging on palm. Smoker spilling OE. I don't know what that means. Code 304. She don't want a 16. I don't know what either of those codes mean either. Renegade on the blade, making tricks by her treats. No love. I'm asleep with my weapon. Porsche 911. Slide through this section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground. Never sold out. You know, this is something else that came up. Oh, God, I can't remember. Too much music. I've listened to a lot of music today. But he's mentioned multiple times about, you know, still basically being in love with the streets and loving to go back and still loving to fucking do his Creepin thing or whatever you call it. But it's also this strange element of having to prove it. He still needs to, like, prove it. Hasn't sold out, you know? What do you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Pole hanging on my polo pajamas. Fade's getting ran. I gotta watch for the cameras. Before you get freaky, can't fuck with no random. These bitches is sneaky. And then verse 3. I don't need your flowers. First time I seen $1 million, I squinted. Came a long way from the project building. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana trying to dodge. Trying to dodge Jim Crow, but you can't escape the master. Stained glass windows kept my vision from the pastor. I'm probably fitting to go to hell, but it don't matter. Seeing heaven on earth. I could have been up on a shirt, so he could have been dead. If I can get the shit, I'm going to go to work. Everybody gang, gang, gang till it get bad. Huh. All right, well, let's keep going. So we've got Liars, which is a minute long, and then it rolls into Justin. So it looks like Liars is an interlude, and it rolls into Justin. I'll try and see if I can just play through. I'll probably end up running my mouth like I always do, right? I talk a lot. Here we go. Here is track 7, Liars.
If I love you, I can't lie to you.
Of course you can lie to me. And you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. Let Billie Holiday say, hush now, don't explain. Because I've caught the frowns and the anger. He's happy with you. Of course he doesn't know you aren't happy. You grin at him all day long. You come home and I catch hell because I love you. I get least of you. I get the very minimum.
Oh, wow.
And I'm saying, fake it with me.
Wow. That's pretty powerful right there. I don't know what this is from. From a televised interview between Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin, which was recorded in 1971, they're talking about relationships. Nikki's main argument is that all relationships need is two people. I'm not going to go through that, but she's making an interesting point. I think a very, very strong point of basically she's talking about how she at the job she's smiling to the guy all the time and being nice to him, but then when he comes home he's all pissed off and mad at her because that's the true him, right? Well, don't give her the truth. Then why can't I have the nice version? You know, I'd rather you lie and give me the nice version. Of course he doesn't know you're unhappy. You grin at him all day long. You come home and I catch hell because I love you. I get least of you. I get the very minimum. You fake it with me. Treat me like you do how you treat the people you lie to. That's an incredible point. Well made. Why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? Okay, so there's now what I like about these little interludes, and I'm to a point where I trust Vince Staples and what he does artistically. This concept we're now going to carry forward into a song called Justin, which is track 8. Producers Leakin Taylor. Here we go. Track 8, Justin.
Met this pretty woman in the summer from Qatar. Late night at Jelena, she was eating at the bar. Said she was the teacher, 7 months left on the visa, but she used to be a singer, she was meant to be a star. Asked me how I feel about the music I done dropped. Some of it was cool, some of it was hot. Deeper conversations under surface level thoughts. Asked if she can get a ride to her spot, I said I got you. Pull up on La Brea where them niggas shooting choppers. Can barely hear the ambulances over helicopters. Eyes bloodshot like she had seen a ghost or something. I don't know what's what. Reach in my pocket, get the clutch, and she like, hold up, I'm coming. If it get tricky, then I'm busting. She said, baby, meet my little cousin Justin. Damn.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm in line. Oh God.
So that's coming hot off the heels of this little interlude about liars. He's made it pretty clear, his distrust towards women. And I should speak for, I won't speak for him, but I'll just leave it at that. He's made it pretty clear. He just has a hard time trusting women. And so here, this little story, meets up with this girl, go back to her place. I want to read the end part again. Right before this woman stole my heart. That's I think very key. Right before. So like maybe he felt like, this girl's kind of cool. A shadow and a knock. And so immediately he closes up again, right? That's basically what's happening there. Eyes bloodshot, like she had seen a ghost or something. I don't know what's what. Reach in my pocket, get the clutch. She's like, hold up, I'm coming. If it gets tricky, then I'm busting. She said, baby, meet my little cousin Justin. Okay. But he doesn't buy it. He doesn't believe her. The reaction she has, eyes bloodshot, like she had seen a ghost or something. So he doesn't believe her. He probably thinks it's who knows what, but okay. So I kind of want to like pause and review for a second. Like, so what have we gone through? We've gone through this little thing about liars and not trusting women. This girl's cousin supposedly. I already forgot what this one was. Oh yeah, fans saying we like your older music and making money. Not having beef with shame on the devil. Oh, I already forgot. I'm trying to like recall what we've gone through so far so I can make a clear definition between this album and the other songs I've heard today from the other albums. Close Your Eyes and Swing, Dark Times, Black and Blue, yeah. Government Cheese, yeah, okay. It's like he's painting this little portrait, one stroke at a time, about all the different things that he's still very uncomfortable with. All these little holes that are penetrating through him. It seems. Let's move forward. Track 9's called Radio. Producers are Cardo, J Pounds, Tyler Page, Lincoln Taylor. Here we go, track 9, Radio.
The radio, big boy in the morning, zoned in, waiting for my favorite song. Riding with my pops in the front seat, pull up to the block, with the real G. 92.3, 94.7 away. I know my real ones from the ghetto relate. I know they finna play some Nelly today. My favorite rapper till I hit 7th grade, and Aaron played Below the Heavens, and everything changed. A better day was just a stone's throw away. K-Day would play the records that my sister would say was realer than whatever I listened to. When I got older, I realized it was true. The purity of when it's nothing to lose. When we met, she told me she don't ever listen to rap. I asked her why, she said no man should speak to women like that. I asked her why, she said the woman is the key to the
That's too
earth, and
funny.
she the one to give birth, and she was raised in the church. So what you saying in the verse me something different, but to me they just words. Wasn't really trying to hear it till she kicked me to the curb. Now it's Smokey Robinson, and after that I play Roberta Flack. Had a James and Amy waiting for the day she take me back. Michael and his brothers made me wonder about who loving you. Brandy understand me, broken hearted sitting in my room.
Wake up your friends and your neighbors because we have something tonight that we will be doing that will be very special. Wake up on the radio. Everybody, wake up.
I feel like I kind of want to know how old Vince Staple is right now. Like, I feel like he just woke up one day and went, "What the fuck happened? Where are all my friends? Where's my radio music? What happened?" Like, I'm getting this kind of impression. Just, I remember going through this when I was in the Navy and I was close to getting out. I was the most senior. I was the shortest guy. So the shortest guy means you got the least amount of time left on your enlistment, and you wear this special belt buckle and shit and whatever. I mean, it's just kind of a cool thing. But I remember going down to a training session one time. I go down and I walk into the little classroom in the fucking aircraft carrier, and I walked in and I looked around and I went, "Oh shit, wrong room. Oh fuck, I thought it was in here." And so I go to walk out, and then I saw a couple of guys I recognized. And I'm like, where's the training? They're like, "Oh, no, it's in here. This is right." And I looked back in again, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, I don't fucking know any of these people. Like, everybody I knew, everybody who I had spent time with on that carrier, they were gone. And it was just weird. It was so weird to look around and just be like, I've been here 4 years and I don't recognize this place anymore. That kind of a feeling. That's what I'm getting from this. I'm just getting this feel of, I don't know who I am or where I am or who these fucking people are. Like, I don't know. There's just this sense of change that's pushing through this. And I feel stupid for saying that. I should be able to describe it better than that. But it's hard to put a finger on. It's hard to like really grip and explain in a tactile way. But man, there's just a lot of emotion in here. And it's longing. It's longing for something. And it feels like it's longing for something that used to be. I don't know. Let's keep going. This is pretty fascinating. Track 10 is called Nothing Matters. God damn, dude. I was going to say earlier, I almost paused and said, man, Vince sounds like he's depressed as fuck. Maybe he is. I don't know. Ken Taylor, Michael Yu, and Tyler Page. All right, here we go. Track 10, Nothing Matters. Did it go? Oh, no, I hit like instead of play. I've been doing that. That's a new trick I have. I hit like instead of play.
Plays on like it's supposed to follow suit because it ain't nothing new. Beneath the solar systems of oppression got me aloof. The web controllers, puppet master got me shining in shoes. Collecting quarters, didn't know I was about that life till his was over. You worry about the wrong things.
Wow.
Why would you play the long game? It's not a shame. We all change. Why would you tell me that you love me when you don't? No time for arguing, I'm hanging up the phone. You made a promise, said you never do me wrong. Guess that doesn't matter.
Wow.
Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters at all. Tall tales I know all too well, cause every moment that we share felt like a Polaroid. Sometimes you gotta shake it up to see what's really there. Is it in the air?
Some fun wordplay in that verse.
Why would you tell me that you love me when you don't? No time for arguing, I'm hanging up the phone.
Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters at all. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters at all.
like the drum beat on this. Oh, well, they took it away. You know, first listen, of course, but I'm to the point, I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like there's something happening that I'm not seeing. Maybe I've just listened to too much music. Maybe try to do two EPs and then this was a mistake. But I feel like there's something I'm not quite getting. Like, I'm enjoying this. And I like how it's put together. And I like what's going on track to track. And I'm looking for a through line for the album. And I haven't, like, found it yet. And maybe I'm looking for something that ain't there. God, these lines, though. The band plays on like it's supposed to follow suit because it ain't nothing new. Like, that is just trudging along right there. Beneath the solar systems of oppression, got me aloof. The way of control is puppet master. Got me shining his shoes, collecting quarters. Didn't know I was about that life till his was over. You worry about the wrong thing. The wrong things. He's really just like questioning a lot his life, man. Like, it really feels like he's looking back and just going, man, I fucked up. Why would you tell me that you love me when you don't? No time for arguing or hanging up the phone. Everybody loves me. I'm a joint. Still, my heart is hollow. I don't mean to disappoint. Shooting for the stars and gassing bitches on the gram is that what boy becomes a man? I guess I'm as buoyant as a boat. So I think boy and man, you know, boy becomes a man, buoyant. I think that's what he's trying to kind of do the wordplay there. Buoyant as a boat. So he's floating like a butterfly. You got me on the ropes. So this is boxing terms here. I'm trying to dance with feet of clay if cash is all these women want. So clay if cash is clay, Muhammad Ali. If cash is all these women want, then I don't want to fight no more. Who told the lie and said that life was short? Tall tales I know all too well. Because every moment that we share feels like a Polaroid. So a photo. Sometimes you got to shake it up, see what's really there. So with Polaroids, it used to be when you would take your picture and it would print out the Polaroid and people would like shake it thinking it would develop it faster. Huh. Nothing matters. Let's keep going. This is pretty fascinating. I'm hoping he ties it up some way together. Maybe he won't. Maybe these are just, maybe Dark Times is just dark thoughts. Maybe that's all this album is. It's just dark times as in the dark thoughts, and each track is just the dark thoughts. That's all it is. But goddamn, it feels like it's weighing on him a lot. Track 11, Little Homies, Lincoln Taylor, Kaylin Ellis, producers. Here we go, drop it in.
Chase checks, little homie, cause the money bring the power and respect, little homie. Get some dollars to your mama and
cool,
invest, little homie. Do you, don't worry about the rest, little homie. Just be blessed, little homie. You don't gotta crash out for the set, little homie. Keep your head on the swivel when you step, little homie. If the niggas catch you slipping, it's a wrap. But don't worry about that, little homie. It don't matter where you from, where you at, little homie. I was riding down south with the mask and the foggy, trying to get a nigga. Now I'm getting love, getting money. Got it out the mud, I was hustling. I was running around, trying to run the bands. Know you say you want it better, but you gotta feel the pressure. You fed it. Life hard, but I go harder. Life hard, but I go harder. Life hard, but I go harder. Streets cold, but the road harder. Concrete with a rose blossom. Life hard, but I go harder. Hey. Cause I can make it come true around this bitch. What kind of niggas say money don't make you rich? Cause he was bugging, blow the budget, baby, cut me a check. They arguing about my net worth over the net. They quantifying everything I ever did for the set. When every nigga living for it, still living in debt. It's so moronic, so iconically platonic, but sex is what she wanted. Sorry, I can't move my 2 o'clock. Bad decisions over women, everybody want. Left with nothing but a broken heart. You feel it? Life hard, but I go harder. Life hard, but I go harder.
Bad decisions over women everybody wants. Left with nothing but a broken heart. This verse 3 is pretty impressive. Can I make it true? Because I can make it come true around this bitch. What kind of person said money don't make you rich? Because he was bugging. Blow the budget, baby. Cut me a check. They're arguing about my net worth over the net. Quantifying everything I ever did for the set. When every person living is still living in debt, it's so... or living for it is still living in debt. It's so moronic, so iconic. We're platonic, but sex is what she wanted. Life hard, but I go harder. I like the sound of this track. I like it's a little bit more upbeat, a little bit more of a just kind of a head nodder, going with it type of a thing. But I can't escape this feeling of one of the things I thought it just kind of went through is because it's been on the internet the last couple of days is that comet that was what was it over Brazil, I think. I can't remember where it was, but the comet that came screaming through recently, or not comet, meteorite. I'm sorry. But this song, I was thinking when he was, life hard, but I go hard, or life hard, but I go hard. It feels like something burning up in the atmosphere. With everything that he's said up to here on this album, life has been, it seems to be, it has been very hard on him. Very hard. And so when you kind of flip that around and turn it into, well, I'm going to overcome this shit. I'm going to beat life. I'm going to go harder than that. But man, at some point you just burn up in the atmosphere, right? Like a person can only take so much. Physical bodies can only handle so much just friction and resistance and just intensity before they break apart. And then, hey, don't crash out. I know you see it. These streets made me a demon. These thoughts made me an artist. This card makes me elitist. If I swipe it, you got it. Just tell me what you're dreaming. If you woke up bitter, don't come around me. Streets so played out, spread love, spread peace. If the police pull up, run, don't freeze. Little homies. This first one too, it almost felt like some sort of record executive taunting them a little bit or something. Chase checks, little homie, because the money brings power and respect, little homie. Give some dollars to your mama and invest, little homie. Do you, don't worry about the rest, little homie. Just be blessed, little homie. It just felt like somebody telling Vince, don't worry about those other things that you're worried. Don't worry about that. Just get your checks, get your money, take care of your mom, invest a little bit, be blessed. Don't worry about all this other shit. You don't have to help them. You don't have to make their lives better. Well, I mean, I obviously I threw that in on my part, and I should retract that. Like, that doesn't really add anything to the conversation I'm trying to have with myself in front of a camera. But it very much felt like somebody or a thought in his own mind, maybe, trying to dismiss these concerns, these doubts, these thoughts, this depression, whatever the fuck he's going through, because he's going through a lot. Holy shit. Okay, let's finish this one up.
Say things get better.
Everything gets better.
Oh, okay, cool. I like this. I like this turn here.
You gotta keep your head up, feel the pressure. Stormy weather makes those clouds. Just don't look down. Please don't look down.
I like that bass note too. It sounds great. Okay, well, hopefully, maybe what this is doing here, maybe he's breaking out of this state that he's in. I really love this outro. If you know what I'm talking about, you're late on rent, shut the check. If that's how you live, repeat after me. Say, things get better. Everything gets better. Keep your head up. Got to keep your head up. Stormy weather makes those clouds don't look down. I like that. He kind of turned that into a positive right there. Things get better. Hopefully. Usually. Hopefully they get better. Well, okay. Let's see how the other two songs are then. Like maybe we just kind of go through it, but at the end it pops out. We'll see. This one's called this is track 12 called Freeman. Bunch of producers. I got a cough. I'm just gonna play and mute the mic. What is this from? The intro samples the Antiques 1973 Latin rock song Don't Let Me Down. Cool beat.
It feels good to be a free man with clenched hands. I used to pray to find a way to make a label advance, but nowadays 100 can't even get in my glance. Ain't even setting up no meeting till they meet the demands. An undisclosed amount from Netflix invested. I turned the set into a movie set for all of the kids to see who you can be if you believe you bigger than this. Don't be no crab in the bucket, be a crip at the wrist. Then practicing me in the suite and try to call up the pigs, but we know they don't fly. The top flow way too high, feel like the time flew by. Being 10 plus years, lost love, lost peers, but I appreciate the love, loved one. Still young and trying to figure out the ins and outs of where we from. Heal the blocks that we spun, the concrete crack. Heavy stepping, niggas won't get back. Right? It's all good.
Fascinating.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
I like Freeman. It feels like we've turned a corner a bit here. There's one track left. I still have this sense of like a bit of resignation. But I also might be hung up on ideas that I had earlier in the album, and as it's progressed, maybe I'm wrong for feeling there. But I mean, this, in terms of like the artistic, not the artistic, the musical delivery, right? It wasn't like a big banger, a big celebration or anything like that. It's dialed back. It's pretty calm, and I like that. But through that, I felt a bit of, not so much a comfort with the idea that he's sharing here, but more of a resigned to it. I do like this opening line a lot. It feels good to be a free man with clenched hands. I like that a lot. I used to pray to find a way to make a label advance, but nowadays 100K ain't even getting my glance. Ain't even setting up no meeting till they meet the demands. I love, don't be no crab in a bucket, be a crip at the Ritz. That's amazing. Them crackers see me in the suit and the suite and try and call up the pigs, but we know they don't fly. The top floor is way too high. Feels like the time flew by, but 10 years plus. Or 10 plus years, lost love, lost peers, shed blood, shed tears, cheers, grab a glass. I'll never find an equal mind. I'll settle for the fattest ass. I'm trying to find a way. And all she says is, babe, make me laugh. What's so fucking funny? Heavy is the hand that reaches past the plates to pay the tab. But people got to eat, right? It's all good. So he's going through these two verses. This other one, well, actually, I'll read the other verse too because the chorus is just, it's all good. But this lady told me she feels like we're homies. She loves the music. She loves the way I'm moving, watching me closely, wants to see me on the Grammy stage, holding trophies. I responded, as above, so below me. She said, explain. It's the power of the human brain. We're trapped in our dreams. I understand I'm just a grain of sand and life is a beach. Only heaven knows which way I'll blow in the breeze. I'll be a fool to think that it's left up to me. So I like this section because I feel like we've transitioned from early in this album and kind of in some of the other albums too. There felt it felt like there was some frustration, some confusion, some just total lack of explanation as to why the hell am I here? Like, why me? Why me? Why did what happened to me happen to me? And why did what happened to some of my friends happen to them? Like, this doesn't make any sense. And now it's spun around into this, it doesn't need to make sense. It is what it is type of a thing. You know? And the idea, I'll be a fool to think it's left up to me. Only heaven knows whichever way I blow in the breeze. So it's just kind of letting go. And you know what? With how the front half of the album was going and some of the intensity of the thoughts that he was feeling. Yeah. I mean, you can try and strangle control of life all you want. It won't matter. It doesn't change anything, man. We got no control. So I agree with the idea of just let it go. Let it go. And just be, man. Just live. One more track. Why Won't the Sun Come Out? Producers Julian, Ali, Benny Bach, sorry. Caleb Lavin, all these people are producers. Track 13, final song off of his new album, Dark Times. Why Won't the Sun Come Out?
I think creativity is the way that we connect to our spirits. Like, I had this thought recently. Actually, I had like an experience. And my body was like the whole, like, world, I guess. And my leg was like, what do you call it? A whirlpool. My leg was a whirlpool and people were going down and they were like dying, but like at the same time in another part of my body, like things were being born. And I was like,
wow.
You know, the like mother, but I was like the murderer, and I was everything. I was everything at once in my body.
So I had the same kind of a thing. The same, not the same experience in terms of like a vision, but I had the same experience as in everything is exactly how it should be. So I don't talk about this too often. I mention every now and then, but I used to be Christian. I was raised Christian. I'm no longer Christian. Like fucking 15 years ago now. Kind of wild. Was driving to work one morning, early morning, still dark, nobody on the road. I wasn't hungover. I didn't have any, you know, I was just another morning. Not really thinking about anything. And all of a sudden, it just, with unbelievable clarity, I just realized everything is one. There's no separation. There's no you. There's no me. It's just all that is existence is God. There is no external God watching us, judging us, pulling strings, causing things to happen. No. Just like the blood cells in our body flow and bounce around a little bit, we have no control over the blood cells in our body. I have no control over where hair grows on my bald head, right? Everything simply is. And everything, what does she say? How does she say it? Everything is exactly as it should be. It was the most incredible feeling I've ever had in my life. And at the time, I was Christian. And as I tried to grab onto this idea and be like, oh my God, this is incredible. Because at the time, I felt like it was God speaking to me. But it was very odd because I felt like it was God speaking to me in that it was so powerful and so clear. But at the same time, the message was, there is no external God. This is it. Oh, this is it. And that led me down a very long, kind of torturous, kind of emotional path that led me to where I am now, which is essentially a Buddhist. Essentially, that's my worldview. But her experience in what she had was different, but the outcome was the same, which I find fascinating. Everything is exactly as it should be, which is hard for us to believe. It's hard for me to believe, even when I believe it. It's so easy to go online and look at things and go, this is awful, that's awful, these people are terrible, these people are ruining everything and getting away with it in terms of like, you know, those who are in power and those who are just stealing. Like, it's just, there's so many awful things to find, you know? And yeah, it's true. But one of the things I think about, if I start to get lost in that, is we'll go over and we'll look at like a waterfall, right? We'll say, oh, it is that beautiful. Look at that beautiful waterfall. Yosemite. Yosemite's not too far from where I'm at. And, you know, Yosemite is a very popular tourist destination. They got the waterfalls there. And we look at it as beautiful, but when you look at it from like a physical, what's actually happening, it's a very destructive, violent process. It's just molecular collision over and over, going, destroying the rock below. It's just it's destruction, right? When you think of it like on that scale, that's what it is. It's very violent. Ocean waves is another one I think about because I love staring at ocean waves. But that process itself, especially with slamming into a rocky beach, man, it's a very destructive, violent process. We just don't consider it to be that way, you know? So a lot of it is perspective. A lot of it is our limited ability to take in things. There's lots of stuff we can't see, you know, in terms of like we only have the visible light range and we can only smell and hear and feel certain. Like there's just so much that we don't experience that we're not aware of because we don't exist on those scales. We exist in a very limited scale. I don't really have a point anymore. I'm just fascinated that she essentially said the same thing I went through, just a different experience that got there. Let's back it up just a smidge.
And we are killing each other and being horrible and dark and beautiful and light at the same time. And it's all moving us forward on the path that humans are meant to be on, but very slowly. But I came away feeling like, but it's at the pace that it's meant to be at for what we need to do and be to get to where we need to get to. A feeling, but like you said something about like, it's easier for a girl to come over and give you pussy than it is for her to come over and give you a hug. It's fucked up. I'm gonna say it. You don't have to judge it, but I'm gonna judge it.
Wow. Wow. Someone said to play it on repeat, so I'm going to hit the loop here. And we'll just see what it does, when it feeds back in. So here it's ending. Oh, yeah. Close your eyes and swing. Yeah. Okay, that's very cool. Oh, that's very cool. You know what? It's so well done right there too, because like I just kind of said, we just go through this shit, man. We just go through it. That was beautiful. I love the piano at the end of that. It's just kind of like let go. You know, I'm just going to go straight into closing thoughts here. We do a good job. We do a good job of complicating everything. I do it all the time. I'm not above this. I'm not beyond this. Life really is very simple. It's very simple. And we just fucking make it hard. And it's kind of incredible. Like in a weird way, it's almost kind of nice. Like, thank goodness we make it hard. Otherwise, we might get terribly bored. How bored would we be? Honestly, think about it. How bored would we all be if everyone just got along? Nothing's really going on. Nothing really to talk about. Nothing's really happening. You know? Like, we'd probably go crazy. It immediately makes me think of the movie, The Matrix. where the first Matrix, where Agent Smith is explaining to, I think, Morpheus or somebody, the code, the original code, where it was supposed to be a paradise and nobody suffered. Nobody would believe the code. It was a disaster. Like humans are just bound to this idea of suffering. You have to suffer. Vince, man, fucking, yeah, I love it. You know, I listened to this. I felt like I was kind of struggling with it toward the end, like I didn't really get it. But at the same time, now that I've gone through it, I'm so glad I saw somebody mention, oh, put a loop on it so you come back around to the first track. That's kind of, there's nothing to get. And that's life, man. That's life. And I won't preach on this too much because I've talked about it before. I don't know how fun it is to listen to me rant about my own, worldview, but there's nothing to figure out. You go whatever direction you go. And this is what she was saying here too. People are playing the game that they choose to play. They is me and we're out killing each other, being horrible and dark and beautiful and light all at the same time. And it's moving us forward on the path humans are meant to be on. You choose whatever choice you make. That's the choice that you make. That's it. And I know it sounds stupid because it sounds so obvious. And that's what's so frustrating about it is our brain tries to make it complicated. It's not. That's it. You want to be a bad person? Okay, go be a bad person. And you will enjoy the experience that comes with that. You want to be a good person? Great. Go be a good person. And you'll enjoy that experience. I mean, really, that's more or less my worldview. The idea, generally speaking, and look, I'm not an expert on Buddhism, so if I'm all wrong on this, well, then I'm just wrong. But the general idea is that this existence is just a dream. And the idea of the dream, the reason for the dream is because if you are an entity that is forever existing, all powerful, all knowing, then there's no surprises. There's no challenges. There's nothing to do. After a while, if you live forever, literally, you're going to go, God, I'm fucking bored. I've done it all. There's nothing to do. So the only way you can have a thrill is to remove the ability of being this all-powerful being. So you put yourself in a dream. You go to sleep. And you have this dream where you don't have control and you don't have knowledge. And it turns into a ride. And that's why some people call it the ride. It's a ride. And I liken that to, roller coasters. You can go on a roller coaster, and if you want to, you can ride a roller coaster, and you can look at every little angle and every bracket and bolt that goes by if you want. And you can analyze it, and you can figure out how it's constructed, and you can do that, and you'll probably miss the whole ride. While looking at the ride, you'll miss the whole ride. And of course, that brings the question, okay, so what does that mean? I just do whatever I want and I just be an asshole? Well, it's kind of up to you. I still believe that there's lots of value in trying to be a good person and trying to improve who you are and treat people well and have kindness and respect. I think those are good things. But yeah, if you want to go off and fucking get addicted to fentanyl and live on the street and walk around like a zombie, you can do that too. I don't recommend it, but it is an experience that you can have. That's it. Fuck, man, that was cool. That was really cool. And I love that it loops. I love that it loops because what is Vince telling us? He's saying, I'm just kind of going through this shit right now. Like, I'm just trying to figure this out. And in figuring this out, I'm figuring out that there's nothing to figure out. But then I just go right back to the beginning again. Which is absolutely, yeah, that's very true, man. Very true. Fuck, it's 1:30. Oh, man, it's been a long day. I'm usually done recording by, 11. It's been a long day for me. And I still got to do all my other post-processing stuff. Oh, well. Long day it is. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Okay, that was fun. All right, y'all, take care. We'll see you soon.